I watch Queeman's live stream. Queeman goes over the DMs between SonyLox and Kumo. And from the blood sports that I had with Kumo on Himpleton stream, because when I had my blood sports with Kumo, he made it sound like he was helping SonyLox out of like this work situation that people at work were like harassing SonyLox. And I was just like, you're coaching her. This is weird. Why are you too close to this situation? This is weird. Why are you getting too close? You're coaching her. This is odd. I don't like it. I had my opinions. He didn't like that I had my opinions. We got to a point where we agreed to disagree. I was about ready to burn the bridge right there. I even apologized to Kumo in that blood sports. Like, I have egg on my face because of this. Like, I'm never going to freaking apologize ever again. I should learn the lesson because I think I've said it before in commentary like a few months ago. I'm never going to apologize to anyone ever again. No matter how mean I am, I'm never going to apologize ever again. But no, I apologized to Kumo, and now I have egg on my face. And look, here we are again. Whatever. Oh, so he gave his reasons, and he's like, okay, you know, I'm just helping Cindy get out of this whole situation with her work because people at her work are harassing her. I think he's coaching her. He made it sound like he was just like helping her. He also made it sound like he was telling her to go to therapy. I thought it was odd. He gave his reasons. I respected that he gave his reasons, and I just left it at that. I watched Queeman's live stream like a few days ago. Queeman goes over the DMs between Cindy and Kumo because Kumo's a freaking dumbass and sends the DMs to Chud to be like, to have the appearance of transparency and sends the DMs to Chud. Chud looks over the DMs, but then Chud goes and sends the DMs to Queeman. And Queeman's going to really look over stuff with a fine-tooth comb, right? Queeman looks into things. That's who Queeman is. He just naturally looks into things. And that's fine that Queeman's like that. He's a commentary creator. Commentary people do that. So Queeman looks into it. He sees the manipulation for what it is. Those DMs that Kumo sent to Chud very much were misrepresented to me. Those DMs showed that Kumo had a way more intimate relationship or friendship or whatever, intimate dialogue between SonyLox and Kumo than what was presented to me. And when I found that out by watching the Queeman stream, that irked me because you are presenting to me something different, and I am finding out after the fact that it's something different, and you're not telling me to my face the truth. And I have a problem with that. I have an issue with liars, okay? I don't lie to you. I have never lied to Kumo, and he wants to sit here and be like, oh, Leigha, you're burning the bridge with me. Oh my God, this is I'm gonna Pikachu face. I'm gonna play the victim card. Leigha, this is so mean that you're gonna burn the bridge with me over this SonyLox stuff. It's just so horrible. I'm Pikachu facing. I defended you to Gilded Poo. And this is how you repay me. I scratch your back. You scratch my back. What, right? That kind of bullshit. He didn't directly say that, guys. This isn't like an implied thing, okay? That's not a direct quote. But he's doing that. He's playing the victim card with me. the scorn friend. Then I find out he lies and presents something different. And then I find out through Queeman, because Queeman reads the DMs and shows the live stream, his audience, for what it really is. Then in that same live stream, I find out, because Kumo made it sound like Cindy had gotten drugged at work and that her coworkers were trying to drug her at work for whatever reason. And through the live stream, I find out that that's completely not true. Chud goes over it. Chud's even went over it earlier in his live stream today. And there's like a narrative crafting between Cindy and Kumo. And Kumo's trying to convince Grislybaer that Kumo's trying to convince Grislybaer that her coworkers are trying to drug her or whatever. Stream editor's note: I do feel comfortable going over Chud's live stream because this was breaking on Chud's stream the very same day. So now it's like one day over. I feel comfortable going over Chud's live stream. Credit to Chud for going over these DMs. Thank you, Chud, for going over the DMs. You're bigger than me, so I appreciate you going over the DMs and everything. So let's go over it.
So it's like nothing is like eliciting this, leading to this, bringing this forward.
And again, this was in regard specifically to Kumo starting this narrative that Cindy was drugged by her coworkers.
But out of nowhere, it's Cindy, do you smoke like weed? I don't smoke, firmly against it. Any kind of drug. I don't think I covered all of this exactly. Any kind of drugs, weed, gummy, knowingly, yeah. Wait, why are you asking me this? Do you have a history of narcotics? Nothing bad or that would worry you. Heart. I do not.
See, like, even like this heart stuff, like, why are you sending this to Grislybaer? Heart. Like, you presented something to me very different from what you told me, Kumo. And like, I think it's absolutely hilarious that during our blood sports, when I asked for these specific DMs and the DMs in that group chat, that support group chat, you got specifically defensive and you told me to F off. You got real high energy with me. You told me to F off.
Bear in mind, this is 3rd of October. We're talking like, just over 2 weeks ago. So it's not even that long ago this conversation occurred. I do not. I've only ever taken prescription drugs. Do you take medications? I take birth control and an antidepressant. Are you open about this publicly? I don't know if I've ever publicly mentioned being medicated, but I'm not trying to hide it. Okay. Well, Cindy, I have good news for you. When the time comes, I've learned something and figured out how to shut down the fear-mongering and accusations of you threatening to kill Jack. You were drugged.
There's the narrative crafting. Kumo, hi, you're too involved. You pulled a Just a Robot, buddy. You're gone. You are so freaking done. It's like beyond helping you.
I don't know how it works because I've referred to this conversation as like acting like her defense attorney, right?
That's not. This isn't even defense attorney like. This is straight up narrative crafting. This is beyond defense attorney. This is beyond argue. When you argue as an attorney, and I'm not an attorney. I just have my silly associate's degree as a paralegal. But when attorneys argue, they argue based on facts. They present their argument on the facts of the situation. They don't go and narrative craft based off of nothing. This is absolute insanity.
I don't even know if this would be covered by defense attorney shit because I don't know if a defense attorney would whole cloth craft the narrative and present it to their client.
They wouldn't.
Normally, you take a look at the evidence and come up with the best legal argument you can. And I'm pretty sure that defense attorneys have to work with the facts of the case. They can't just make shit up. Oh, you were drugged. While you were clearly in distress, you're a tiny woman, 100 pounds soaking wet on a bad day, and you had THC in your system mixed with your antidepressants and very obvious poor mental state. You had zero...
All right, so THC mixed with antidepressants, I'm confident that does nothing. So even Kumo saying that is literally theory crafting. Kumo, I am not a doctor. You are not a doctor. You are literally theory crafting when you say you had THC in your system mixed with your antidepressants. Are you kidding me? You are crazy, dude.
Zero dopamine in your system, so the obvious result was you were paranoid and anxious. You were declining mentally under the influence of drugs and shouldn't have given the best, and you shouldn't have been given. And the best part is one of your friends confessed it, and they all made fun of you over it. I've theorized that's one of the many reasons they've been freaking out doing damage control. What do you mean they've been doing damage control? Well, the panic tweet showing screenshots of you saying you were going to kill Jack, for example. They did that literally admitting in private that those weren't substantial threats to Jack. They didn't tell Laurel in the chat that they drugged you. What was the body type of the guy who gave you the gummies? Twink. Wait, the weed gummies? You're saying they drugged me with weed gummies.
Like even Cindy saying that, you're saying they drugged me with weed gummies. Like she still isn't even certain.
How tall, and could you guess the body fat percentage?
And like, what is the relevancy of even talking about the person that gave her the gummy? She took the gummy. Like, we need to focus on the action in and of itself. Cindy consumed the gummy herself. The person that gave her the gummy and their body type is an irrelevancy, Kumo. What, you think that person intimidated her into taking the gummy? No. You don't know what a threat is, Kumo. You have no idea what a threat is. You are insane. Is even replying after where he says, yes, those gummies weren't just edibles. They were prescribed high concentrated THC pills, right? Cindy's response is, it wasn't a pill, it was a gummy.
So, yeah, it's like, where'd you get off? What was it he said? How did he describe this? Like helping someone out because he was worried about their mental health.
This isn't helping somebody out because they were worried about their mental health. This is literally coaching. Literally coaching. This is verbatim, by the book coaching. But I implore you guys to go watch Chud's stream and go watch Queenman's stream. Okay. So that all happens, and it like, I'm finding things out after the fact. I'm annoyed that this is happening. Then things continue to escalate because Kumo is he's just dumb. He just can't control himself. He's just stupid. Can't control his impulses. Just continues to dig the grave. It's insane. So then yesterday, we faced more bullshit from Kumo, and I see this from Flatly. Flatly says this. Flatly tags Kumo. And Flatly is a close friend of mine. Flatly I actually care about because Flatly I've known for like the course of 2 years. Okay? Flatly I care. Okay? This you, bro, actually bitch made over a thumbnail. Don't press me because your ass got exposed in Discord or in a Discord kitten love triangle. If you even want to call it that, bro's mad his girl got stolen by a robot PNG and then a skull, right? And then this is the copyright strike thing, right? So I'm in a group chat with Flatly and all the AWT guys. Flatly's pissed. And I'm trying to talk Flatly off a cliff because Flatly's like, this mother effer. I'm so mad, right? I'm trying to say, hey guys, we don't know for a fact if this is Kumo. Let's try and figure it out. Let's get this confirmed. Let's just stick to the facts, leave the emotion out of it until it gets confirmed. When it's confirmed that it's Kumo, then lose your shit, okay? Then you can be mad all you want. But until then, cool heads prevail, okay? So then I tag Beckett because I know Beckett still talks to Kumo. So I was like, hey, Beckett, can you check to see if this is Kumo? And then Beckett actually confirmed that it's Kumo. Beckett sends Kumo this in Discord. Hey, is this legit? And then sends a copyright removal request. And then Kumo says he has time. I did that a while ago, lol. So he thinks this situation is laughable because he's laughing. So he thinks it's funny. Then Beckett says, you're striking at randoms if you only care about these things when they happen to you. You don't care about them. Flatly never struck you. Nope. Malem struck me. I had no grounds to effing dispute it. I don't care about them because nobody effing cared about it when it happened to me. Nobody effing cared about it when it happened to you because you didn't go to anybody and said, hey, I got copyright struck. Hey, Kumo, nobody can read your freaking mind when you go through things like this, okay? Go to people and say that you were struck, okay? Go to people and say it. Nobody can read your mind and be like, oh my God, I gotta help my friend Kumo. You never came to me and was like, oh my God, Leah, I was struck. I don't pay attention to what you do 24/7. I'm not your keeper or like how you keep to SonyLox 24/7. I don't keep to you 24/7. I got crap going on in my life, okay? I'm sure other people have crap going on in their life. They don't watch you 24/7 and people don't read your freaking mind 24/7. Okay? So if you're going to sit here and cry on your freaking pillow and say, oh my God, nobody cared about my struggles. Boo-hoo. Nobody cared about my copyright strike. You didn't go to anybody for help. You loser. Next time when it happens, go to people. It's so simple. It doesn't take like did you eat paint chips when you were a kid? Do you need people to explain it to you? Do you need people to hold your hand all the time, Kumo? Do you need people to hold your hand and guide you from point A to point B 24/7, just like you do it with SonyLox? Do you need a keeper? Do you need a handler? How old are you? Like what? 24, 21? Like, holy shit. Oh my God. I didn't realize I needed to watch you 24/7 and actually care about your every single waking problem. But apparently we have to. What there is to argue about here. Where was this outrage when the exact same thing happened to me? You didn't go to anybody. First off, I just had my rant right there. And two, the reality of the situation is, Kumo, when you get older, as you grow older in this world, you will face situations in this life and nobody will give a frick about the struggles that you go through. Because guess what? Everyone on this planet goes through struggle, okay? So get through it. Suck it up, buttercup. Smell the frickin' roses and get through it. Capiche? Do you get it? I didn't realize I had to tell you this, Kumo. You sound like frickin' Lio. Maron. Where is the outrage? You're fucking weak-minded, dude. Holy shit, you're supposed to be a man and you're crying for outrage? What? Like, hello? Okay. Like, go to the like, oh my God. Normally, when there are people that cry like this, I tell people to go to the gym, go lift weights. Everybody goes through struggle in this world. It is up to you to get through it. You either have the mental toughness to get through that struggle and recognize that you get through that struggle in the end and understand that you got through that struggle and that's it. Or you don't get through that struggle and you become mediocre in life. That's it. And Kumo, I think you're one of those people that will forever be fucking mediocre. Jeez. Where was I given 2 strikes that I couldn't dispute? Beckett, it's about having some basic principles regardless of what others are doing. I've said this the whole year that using bad tactics is a bullshit weak move. If you don't care about these things once the tide turns, then you are going to find yourself very alone. I agree with Beckett. In fact, Kumo, let me escalate the situation. You're alone. You are already in that boat. You're alone. You are your own warrior now. You have now alienated yourself from the entire commentary community. Congratulations. Take the strike down, unprivate, and apologize. This is a huge thing to fuck up. He doesn't care. Nah. I think I'll dig my heels on this one. I'm not going to apologize for their own double standards. Okay, Mr. Sen. Okay. We have double standards. Commentary double standards. Heard that one before. There's only outrage when it's someone they already don't like. Bro, you didn't go to anyone. You didn't say anything. Nobody can read your mind. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, commentary doesn't like false strikes. You didn't go to anybody, you loser. You didn't say anything to anyone. You didn't come to me. You didn't go to Xylee. You didn't go to Chris. Like, you didn't go to anyone. They don't like if someone they don't like has it done to them, they're oddly fucking quiet. These principles mean F all to any of them. So why should they to me? So then I was thinking, because I've been thinking about the person that striked him, because Kumo's like, well, I had to take down all of the live streams that struck me over the person that struck me over the thumbnail because I took their art, because Kumo's been saying that over and over and over again. And I don't believe anything that Kumo says at all, because he lied to my face. So anything he says, I put X to doubt on. I don't believe liars. I naturally don't believe liars. As soon as you lie to me, I don't believe anything you say. Okay? That's just how I am. Okay? I would expect the same thing about me. If I lie to your face, I would expect that you don't believe anything I say. And I would respect that, okay? I wouldn't lie to your face. But if I do lie, the expectation is don't believe anything I say moving forward, okay? He lied to my face. The expectation is I don't believe anything you say moving forward. And I don't believe anything Kumo says, okay? So I went digging around, and I found the person that struck Kumo. And I was going to ask the person that struck Kumo why I wasn't going to like grill them because they were a smaller creator with less than 1,000 subs. So I didn't want to like bully them or be like a super bitch to them or anything. So I wasn't going to do that. But my main reason to message them was to ask for a clarification. Was why did they do it? And if they did it, were the live streams that they struck, were they successfully taken down? Because Kumo was going around saying they were successfully taken down. And I had the idea in my head that Kumo just took them down because Kumo has something to hide in those live streams, because Kumo was openly defending Grislybaer. And I think Kumo doesn't want people to know that he was defending Grislybaer. I don't think he wants to know exactly. I don't think he wants people to know what exactly he was saying while defending Grislybaer. Because I think he knows that if people find out what he was saying exactly, that he would be ridiculed, as he should be, because some of the defenses that he had for Grislybaer were absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's another topic for another day. I'm not going to get into it. But I found this pinned comment on the person that made a video, the person that struck him, that made a video about Kumo, asking Kumo to take down the live streams that used their art in the live streams, right? And the person says, and I have no idea how to say their name, so I'm not going to even try and say their name. The person says, Kumo's video got taken down. I tried to stop the strike from going through, but YouTube is stupid. If Kumo wants it back up, I'm willing to work with him to get it reinstated. So the person, from what I take from this statement, and this is speculation on my end, but I don't take it as fact, guys. This is just my personal opinion. This person is saying, look, the live streams can go back up. I don't care, but the live streams can go back up. I think Kumo is making the personal decision to keep those live streams down because he has something to hide in those live streams. I don't think he wants people to know the arguments that he was making in those live streams. Okay? But that's my personal opinion. That's another topic for another day. Then an edit happened, and then the person adds, I believe that Kumo and I are on somewhat decent terms now, as he credited me, and all is well. Well, person, Kumo makes it sound like you guys aren't on decent terms, and that there was no justice for him, and that commentary should be handing out, commentary should be outrage for him and should be ridiculing you in the name of Kumo. So although it looks like you guys resolve things, that's not what is being presented by Kumo. So we're getting a different story. Again, Tejas, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Then the person adds, hey, I just wanted to say that I don't think, I really care as much as I have my art taken down by Kumo, as much as I do have at least credited now. Obviously, I would prefer if he take it down, but I do feel like it's going to happen unless I strike his live, which I tried, but YouTube is kind of weird. And personally, I don't feel like dealing with it anymore. Kumo left a comment in this person's video. Let me try and see if I can find this comment real quick. I should have had this pulled up, and I apologize, guys. Should have been prepared. Apologies.
Over them.
We're not going to watch the video because I don't want to get struck. So we're just going to go straight to the comment section. So Kumo says, I'm too lazy to remake the thumbnail. Your thumbnail is posted publicly, and I cropped and edited it into my stream thumbnail because I refuse to make art for Birdie. Happy face. Your art being published like it makes it fair game, and I honestly don't care if you don't like it being in the thumbnail. You're not being credited. You should be, or you not being credited should be an obvious sign that you do not endorse my views. And you're making yourself a target by fussing about it. You're not going to respond amicably to this kind of whining and grandstanding when I'm being dogpiled by a bunch of Twitter users collectively sharing the same brain cell. Good luck in the future, though. So he's arguing with this person on YouTube. So nobody is going to see this interaction on Twitter. And he's like upset because nobody is seeing this interaction on Twitter, right? There's no outrage. And oh my God, like no outrage for me, but you're arguing with this person on YouTube. But you expect us to be able to read your mind and fight for you, fight for your justice, Kumo, because you're just a weak-minded little bitch. Oh, then they're like, so Kumo strikes flatly over like the thumbnail, right? Because his art is used in the thumbnail. And oh my God, my art can't be used in the thumbnail. Oh, I have to seek justice. Nobody has principles. And oh, there's a double standard. So he's so dumb. He's so stupid. Such a weak-minded little prissy little bitch. So he strikes flatly, but then here is Kumo 6 months ago leaking Doodletone's video on Leigha Convoy, defending Leigha Convoy. You know why he leaked this video from Doodletones? You know why he did it? Just because. Not because Doodletones pissed him off. Not because Leigha pissed him off. He did it just because it was sent to him. And here's the reason. I was given a gift. That's the reason. That's the reason, guys. He was given a gift, so he posted the video of Doodletone's video defending Leigha Convoy on his channel. Veron writes, an interesting glimpse into Kumo's thought process reveals how he justifies his strike against Flatley. It seems to stem from a lingering grudge over being struck himself on YouTube, an old wound that never quite healed, a clear indication of a memory still stinging like a splinter lodged deep beneath the skin, impossible to pick out. Then it continues, you can almost imagine him thinking, I was critiqued unfairly in bad faith and no one cared about the strike against me. Since no one cared, I'll strike this one down too, and it shall go down. And also fueled by resentment, Kumo pulls the trigger, reasoning that the strike, when ignored, then this one too should suffer the same fates. It's quite fascinating to observe the logic used by people like Kumo, who seem to spend all day in Discord justifying their actions in ways that only make sense within the echo chambers they create. Another thing worth noting about the strike, Kumo's PNG avatar, quite literally a poorly traced version of Gojo, a character from a popular Japanese series and comic, Jujutsu Kaisen, literally IP infringement, you could say. So while he struck flatly for using the PNG in their thumbnail, the avatar itself isn't original artwork. So he has no copyrights to the avatar. Just badly drawn copy of Gojo, a character he doesn't even own. Also, the post continues, the Arizona resident helped Cindy hack the hard drive of a fellow PNG YouTube content creator, Birdie, all on behalf of his beloved Cindy, the very person he would rather go on to call a groomer. It's fascinating to consider how Kumo's motivations evolved. Initially, he claimed that he only wanted to help Cindy because he believed that she needed to be in a better headspace. Yet between the sweet talking heart emojis and coaching her on how to respond to the accusations, his involvement became far more personal. Add to his fabricated story about being a Southerner and his retaliatory strike against someone critiquing him, and it's clear Kumo was far too personally invested in her. Even more curious is the fact that he didn't even know what she looked like, his infatuation having been solely based on her voice. Here's below a screenshot, which is part of several messages where Kumo is being seen as far as to help Cindy hack into the hard drive, unlawful activity for someone who claimed to just want to help a person through their mental struggles. Now, guys, I'm not a lawyer. I have associates as a paralegal. I don't know where Cindy lives, so I don't know like what laws apply in the state that Cindy lives in. And also, again, I don't know where Cindy lives, but authorizing somebody's computer when they're not authorized to do so is some kind of form of hacking. All I know is that it's deeply unethical as a content creator, very unethical as a content creator. Again, I still stand by my take. Kumo Goblin, and having published that stuff on Goblin's channel, and Kumo in participating and coaxing Cindy in hacking Birdie's computer and retrieving this material. They're at no point of return with me personally, in my personal opinion. So here are the DMs that I was talking about. I misspoke or I misdescribed things in my stream. I described it as Kumo was talking to Cindy about retrieving or attaining, getting like a token to access Birdie's computer. And the misspoke is Cindy already has access to Birdie's computer. Cindy was already on Birdie's computer. The token was utilized to retrieve the documentation from Birdie's Discord and export it out and distribute it out to Kumo. And this is the conversation between Cindy and Kumo right here. So Cindy says, question, I only need the token to export Jack's DMs, right? So again, now we know from this question right here, Cindy is already accessed unauthorized access to Birdie's computer, and we'll go over Birdie's tweets in a second. So Cindy already has access to the computer that they're not supposed to be accessing. It's already hacked, already accessing, unauthorized access. I only need or Cindy continues, I only need the token to export Jack's DMs, right? The export program won't open on Jack's computer anymore. Then Kumo says, yeah, only the token. Then Cindy says, yippee. So Cindy is celebrating this. Jar, you've been taking pot shots at him. That's why he did that. Wouldn't be surprised. So then, yesterday on Himpleton's live stream, we're going over. I joined Himpleton's live stream. They're going over like the whole copyright strike thing. About Kumo yesterday, and I give my opinions about Kumo on yesterday's stream over Himpleton's.
Leigha Something, thank you for your donation. Thank you, Leigha Something. We appreciate you.
Isher, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. Waiting for this is just pedantry response. Possibly. It'd be funny if he came back with that stupid response. That'd be so funny. So we're going over the copyright strike thing yesterday on Himpleton's live stream. I go and watch the Longhorns game with boyfriend, and then I come back, and Himpleton's going over DMs, like a set of DMs between Laurel, Birdie, and a few other people. And the reason why they're going over DMs is because I don't want to make the announcement of somebody's video because I don't think it's announced, but somebody on one of the video essay guys is making a Cinny Bear video that I'm specifically going to react to. And that's why I've been going on those live streams, because I want to look at the research, and they went over those specific DMs. They also went over 2 voice calls. And within those 2 voice calls, hold on, let me go to a different screen because I don't want to leak anything. They go over these 2 voice calls. And in these 2 voice calls, oh shit. You know what? I forgot a screenshot. Hold on, guys. In these 2 voice calls, there is these 2 voice messages, and these group DMs were uploaded on Kiwi Farms. And one of the things that Kumo has admitted to was that he was trying to get Cinny to hack Birdie. One of the things he was trying to motivate Cinny to do was that he was trying to motivate Cinny to hack one of Birdie's computers. And one of Queeman's takes that I definitely agree with is that one of Kumo's motivations to getting close with Cinny Bear was that Kumo wanted to get close with Cinny Bear because Cinny Bear had the in on Birdie. And Kumo wants to cover Birdie, or wanted to cover Birdie. I don't think that's the goal anymore. I don't think he can do it anymore. Sorry guys, apologies. Should have been prepared. Not prepared. Apologies. One of the goals was to motivate Sweet Talk CineBear and motivate CineBear to hack one of Birdie's computers to get inside information on Birdie. And there's speculation because the DMs that Himpleton was reading were pulled off of Kiwi Farms, and on this Kiwi Farms thread, there are interesting things that happen within this thread. In this thread, you see these DMs, and then you see this specific link from Goblin's channel where it says Birdie War Room 1. And it's 11 views in 2 weeks ago, and it's an unlisted link, and then it's Romantic Goblin, and then their subscriber count, and then subscribe. So it's for sure them, right? For sure their unlisted channel. And then within this is their overlay, Goblin, and this voice note meeting of people talking in this, it's like a group of people talking within this recording, and they're talking about CineBear. And I think this recording was intended to go into one of Birdie's videos. That's speculation on my end, guys. Please don't take it as a matter of fact because it's speculation. I don't know what the intention of this was for, or what this was for, okay? But it's interesting how that is on Kiwi Farms right now. Goblin's overlay is on this, and supposedly there's conversations, and I don't have solid evidence, guys, okay? So I don't have solid evidence of this, but there are DMs floating around. I will just say that. There are DMs floating around between Kumo and Cine, and Kumo is telling Cine how to, okay, I won't say it like that. There are DMs of Kumo and Cine, and Kumo is allegedly talking about token usage and accessing a computer that isn't specifically CineBear's. So, because of that conversation alone, and because of this overlay that is popping up, or this video recording, or these two voice recordings, or this voice recording that is popping up with Romantic Goblin's overlay on Kiwi Farms, to me personally, in my opinion, Romantic Goblin and Kumo are, at my personal opinion, are at no point of return. And when I say no point of return, to me personally, the bridge is burnt and I want nothing to do with them. They are trash people and I'm done. And because I'm done, anybody else in that support group, Evans Do Things, the Clout Goblin Chaser or Clout Chaser, whatever, the guy that likes to sit here and say, I'm setting up a network of people that I can get in touch with. I know so many big YouTubers behind the scenes, right? And he's just a loser that's just like throwing like names behind the scenes and being like, oh yeah, look at all these big YouTuber names that I know, right? All of you guys can screw off. I want nothing to do with you. And if you want to defend Kumo, Goblin, and Evan do things, you have the freedom to. But I personally don't want you around. Okay? I just don't want you around. And if y'all want to sit here and say, I'm a hug box for establishing this boundary, then I'm a hug box. But y'all are also a hug box. Y'all are also a hug box. If you want to sit here and say, we're not a hug box, Leigha. We tell Kumo no. We establish boundaries. We've said no to Kumo before. We have said Kumo bad. No, I don't believe it. I put X to doubt. You guys have taken it up the ass before for Kumo. Y'all been more than happy to take it up the ass for Kumo. Y'all been more than happy to be hug boxes. You can fuck off. I want nothing to do with you. That's it. Okay. Capiche?